Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Today we are going to start talking on presentation skills. And this is going to be the first of these two lectures. In the first lecture, we'll be talking about basics of presentation, 3 stages of presentation, and some important things that we should do and some important things that we have to avoid. But before proceeding towards presentation skills, we'll be watching these 3 videos in order to understand some things, some issues, some flaws in presentation, to find out some weaknesses in people's presentations. So let's start watching those videos. Let's start talking about the presentation skills, and now we are going to proceed further, and we'll be talking about basics of presentation and then 3 stages. So what is a presentation? Let me talk about that first. As when we start when we communicate with somebody, we try to communicate. We try to communicate effectively, and for that purpose, presentation is also one mode to be adopted, especially in certain speaking situations. So basically, it is a way of communicating your thoughts and ideas to audience. Presentation is basically a way of communicating your thoughts and ideas to an audience. So there are certain examples, like when you are briefing a team, when you are addressing a meeting, when you talk to a group, when you are making a speech. So in all cases, you adopt this mode, adopt the mode of presentation. So being a student of BS, you are asked to deliver your presentations on different topics, on different ideas and different concepts. Sometimes you are provided with topics related to book review. You are provided with topics, general topics to discuss. You are provided with topics related to your course books to give the presentations. So in all cases, you need to acquire this skill. You need to learn it. So there are 3 main purposes of presentation. Presentation is used for the purpose of education. It is used to inform people. It is used to persuade people. Being students, you adopt it for all these 3 purposes. Like if you are given a topic and you are sharing some information, academic information, then it is a purpose of education. And if it is just for sake of information, then it's okay. And sometimes you are persuading the audience when you are going to deliver your presentation that is related to book review. So you are going to persuade, and that persuasion is also done through presentation. There are certain key elements that you need to consider when we talk about presentation. The first key element is related to the context where we are going to deliver presentation. Like we have to look for the place where we are going to deliver, familiarity with audience, and equipment available over there. So if you are going to deliver presentation in the conference room, then this is another way. And if you are delivering your presentation in classroom, this is another place. So you have to look for the equipment available over there. You have to look for all these things which are available there. Means is there any sort of noise, or is there availability of equipment or not? So you have to look for these things. The second thing is presenter and audience, that who is going to present the presentation, who is going to deliver the presentation, and who are the audiences. Means knowledge. What is his knowledge about that topic? What is his experience, practical experience related to that topic? So as you are going to review your book, so you must have knowledge about that book. You must have read it. And if you don't have an experience, so it's okay. So you must know about the audience and who is going to listen to you. So you have to adapt it. You have to look for the things. There are some things that can be adapted when you are going to deliver your presentation. So the next element is reaction. That the feedback of the audience and their approval is very important in presentation. This is another key element, that what kind of questions they ask, what are the comments they are passing, and what type of suggestions they are giving you. And then delivery method, that how presentation is delivered, whether it is direct face to face or it is online video conference session on Skype, on Google Meet, on Zoom, on MS Teams, or anything else, or you are having face to face interaction with audience as you are delivering your presentation in conference room, you are delivering your presentation in classroom. So that is related to delivery method, and there can be some impediments and barriers related to presentation. Like if you are delivering your presentation online, then you have to look for internet services. And if you are delivering your presentation on campus, in classroom, in conference room, in auditorium, so you have to look for impediments related to that. Whether electricity is available, equipment is available or not. So these are the barriers that can be troubles for you. So you have to look for all these things when you are going to deliver your presentation. These are the key elements. So now we are going to talk about 3 stages of presentation. Presentation process is based on three stages. The first is the creation process, the second is preparation, and the third one is presentation. So let me share with you my own experience over there, and that is related to delivering a speech in during my school life. What I do, I also pass through these 3 things. The first is creation, then preparation, and then presentation. So what I do, I'm sharing my personal experience with you, that I'm allotted with one topic. So if I have to deliver my speech in public, so I start searching for material on that topic, consult different sources, read newspaper, read books, find material from different sources, meet people, and then I start preparing my speech. I make an outline, then I write the complete speech, then I rehearse it at my home. As already, if I'm told that I have to deliver my speech in 5 to 7 minutes, so I rehearse, I do practice, a lot of practice, and then I present it in front of the audience. So this is a 3-stage process, as I'm telling you about my experience. Okay? So now we are talking about these things as you are going to deliver presentation. That was a speech. So I'm talking about presentation, that how we have to pass through these 3 stages. The first one is creation. Creation is based on selecting a topic, and then you have to set your clear objectives and specific goals. As we are going to review a book, so you have, at the beginning you were given the books, then you were given the options. So you have to select the book of your own choice, and then you have to set objectives, that why you are going to deliver the presentation. Whether you are going to educate, whether you are going to persuade, whether you are going to inform people. So according to that, you have to set your objectives and goals. So you must be clear about that when you are passing through this creation process. Then once you have decided the topic, as I'm talking in general also, so you have to adapt it. ठीक है, इसके मुताबिक आप अपनी प्रेजेंटेशन, कोई भी प्रेजेंटेशन है किसी भी सब्जेक्ट की, आप इसी तरह बनाएंगे. So once, as I told you, that when I used to deliver my speech, I conduct research, I conduct different sources, libraries, books, newspapers, meet people, and collect material, and according to that, I write my speech. So same is the case here, that in creation process, now you have to conduct a research, you have to find out relevant material. The topic is given to you, whether it is in biology, it is in chemistry, it is in educational psychology, it is in clinical psychology, whatever is that. So you have to conduct a research, you have to find out the material from different sources, you have to consult libraries, you have to consult Google Scholar and different sources, and you have to find out the material, and then you have to analyze the audience, that who is going to listen you. Are you going to deliver your presentation in front of your teachers, or you are going to present your speech in front of your classmates, or you are going to talk in front of public? So you have to analyze your audience, at whom you are going to talk. So this is very, very important. If you fail to analyze your audience, you will fail to present better. Then once you have done these two, so now you have to create an outline that you have researched, you have noted down the material. Now you have to create an outline that will be the, you can say, guiding step, guiding path for you, that how you have to proceed in your presentation. So once you're done with this one, now you have to find out different tools. You have written your outline, you have written your what I mean to say, your handouts. Now you are going to find out the tools. The one that I'm going to suggest you, and the one that we shall adopt in our class, that will be PowerPoint presentation. Microsoft PowerPoint presentation tool. You have to adopt this tool for presentation. You have to insert your content in it, the content that you have made from your outline. And then for that purpose, to deliver your presentation, you have to use an appropriate media. As I'm telling you about one tool, PowerPoint presentation, and it is delivered through multimedia projectors. And if it is handwritten format, then you can deliver your presentation through whiteboards. You can make your charts, display them, and start talking from one corner to other regarding your charts. Just share your outline with the class, with your audience, and start talking. But as we are going to deliver our presentation through Microsoft PowerPoint, so we have to adopt it, we have to make it such a way that it must be appropriate for this media. That is what multimedia. Okay? So then in this creation process, you can adopt these things like flip charts, like these boards, display boards, like you can say other type of boards. So you can utilize any type of tool, but the one that we'll adopt, we'll utilize here in our class, that will be related to PowerPoint presentation that you have to make. In university, you are given with two options, whether you can use a multimedia projector or you can use whiteboard. But for my class, you have to use PowerPoint presentation. So after this creation process, now you have to start preparation. Means once you are done with your PowerPoint slides, now you are in that process. That is preparation, that you have to prepare for your presentation. Now, as I told you before, that I used to rehearse. I used to deliver my speech in front of my siblings. I used to deliver my speech in front of mirror in order to note down my weaknesses, my flaws, so that I could perform well the next day. And for better presentation, I would suggest you to have a sound sleep at that night, so that you should not face any sort of problem related to your health, related to your sleep. Then in preparation process, you have to look for the dress. As you are going to deliver the presentation, so your dress should be according to the situation, according to the occasion. So you should be in formal dress. You should not be in casual dress. Don't wear this kacha and the dress like these. Rather, you should use formal dress like coat, pant, and tie. Ladies should also follow their dress accordingly. And the day when you are going to deliver your presentation, I would suggest to you that you must arrive early, because if you'll come early, so you'll be able to cater the unforeseen situations. If you'll means, like if there is a problem with light, if there is a problem with multimedia, if there's a problem with laptop or anything else, so you can cater these issues. So that's why it is suggested that when you are going to deliver your presentation, so try to arrive early. The third one is, the third stage is presentation. So now all that you have done is you have worn the dress, you have got your material, you have got your presentation. Now you are on the stage. Now this is that stage, that you are on the stage, you are in front of the audience, you are at the rostrum, your presentation is now for the public. So what you have to do, you have to use an attention getter at the beginning of a speech to capture an audience's interest and make them interested in speech topic. So you have to find out different attention getters, means they must be appropriate or relevant to the situation. They must deal with your purpose of presentation. They must be according to the topic, according to the occasion. Like attention getters are very important. Actually, at the beginning, you have to catch the attention of your readers, your audience. So, so it is not as we think. It is not as we think that directly we start narrating the stories, directly we start talking about anything, but we have to talk according to the situation. Your presentation should be according to the situation. Attention getters are the attention getters? Like you have to use relevant anecdote, means short, amusing, or interesting story about a real incident or person. Rhetorical question, like no answer is required, just thought provoking. Startling statistics you can provide, you can draw analogy, you can pass any sort of humor, you can use any gimmick trick intended to attract the attention. Basically these words are for that purpose, that you have to attract the audience. Like if I'm going to say you attention getter, मैं बताता हूँ, आप इस पे गौर कीजिएगा. I'm going to talk about शेक्सपियर्स प्ले. ठीक है, मैं उसके बारे में बात करने जा रहा हूँ. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट, मैं किस तरह करता हूँ. टुमारो एंड टुमारो एंड टुमारो creep in this petty pace from day to the last syllable of recorded time, and all our yesterdays of lighted fools. The day, the way to dusty death, out, out, brief candle, life's but a walking shadow, a poor prayer that struts and frets its hour upon the stage. It's a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. These are the lines written by William Shakespeare in his play Macbeth. And today I am going to review this book for my audience, and I'll be talking to you about this play. I'm Atar Iman Jidun, and I'll be discussing about the background of the play, its context, its characters, its plot construction, its themes, and at the end I'll be concluding my discussion. So this is an attention getter. This is, you can say this is also attention getter, and this is also the way that how you have to read your introduction slide. So you have to introduce yourself, your title, background if necessary. Basically you have to set the theme, you have to involve the audience. As I have specified the agenda, I've told you that what I'll be delivering. मैंने भी आपको बताया इसमें, ठीक है? So you have to use your PowerPoint slides as a guide and involve the audience. And I would recommend you that when you are going to deliver your presentation anywhere, so start your presentation on time, have a confidence, develop eye contact. When you're going to start, here I'm going to tell you very important thing, that I would recommend you that you should take long breaths. ठीक है, 2 से 3 लंबे लंबे सांस लें, स्माइल करें, टीचर से इजाज़त लें, ठीक है, and then start your presentation if you're in classroom. ठीक है, if you're defending your thesis and there, otherwise directly जिस एक procedure उसको आप follow करते हुए चलेंगे. You must develop an eye contact with your audience. So without eye contact don't go. ठीक है, नीचे वो करके नहीं, नीचे वो सर नीचे करके नहीं करना. ठीक है, tips, do's and don'ts. So there are some things that you have to do. Means keep slides clean and simple. You have to keep your slides clean and simple. You have like this, that one third of a slide is a clear good idea. You have to add effective content, format it properly, add consistent title and text placements. You have to label the charts and tables. If you are providing any type of charts and tables, you have to label them. ये क्या लिखा हुआ है जी, ये कौन सा चार्ट है, कौन सा टेबल है, ये क्या नाम है उसका. This is consistency. You can see this is the title of the slide. This is the content consistency कि ये ऊपर नीचे नहीं हो रही, एक ही नीचे वाला content change हो रहा है, बाकी चीज़ें नहीं change हो रही. So you can see this is content consistency, एक जैसा हो, ठीक है. So there are some do's and don'ts. Don't write too much text on your slides. Rather just write bullet points. If your page will contain too many words for presentation slides, so reader will start reading it. Audience जो है ना वो उसको बहुत ज़्यादा लिखा होगा तो शायद उसके लिए पढ़ना मुश्किल हो. So your audience will spend time on trying to read your paragraph instead of listening you. So your slide will be wordy and boring. So instead of writing a lot of material in your slides, I would recommend you to write just 8 bullets, and in each bullet there should be 8 words, not more than 8 words. थोड़ा लिखें, ज़्यादा बोलें, पॉइंट्स लिखे हों सिर्फ, ठीक है. जैसे हम एग्जाम में पढ़ते हैं या चीज़ों को तैयार करते हैं तो हम पॉइंट्स लिखे होते हैं हमारे पास और चीज़ों को हम एलेबोरेट करते हैं. सो यू हैव टू राइट डाउन योर पॉइंट्स and then elaborate your points. So this is related to text tips. Your text slide should be brief, no more than 8 words per slide, no more than 8 lines per slide. Fewer words will force an explanation rather than reading slide word for word. Titles should be 36 to 40 point, like this. 36 to 40 points, ये आपका टाइटल है. ये जो चीज़ है ना, ये वाली दिस वन, ये 30 से 36 से 40 का इसका फॉन्ट होना चाहिए. बॉडी टेक्स्ट शुड बी अराउंड 24 पॉइंट्स. दिस इज बॉडी टेक्स्ट. सो ये 24 पॉइंट्स का इन तकरीबन इतने का उसका हो साइज, ठीक है जी. So I'll be sharing with you a video where how you have to prepare it, and if you face any sort of problem to prepare your presentations, we'll be talking about that also. I would suggest you that as you're working within your groups, prepare your presentations, and then you can you have to record them. Then you have to share the recorded video with your group leaders, and group leader will share that entire recording with me. ठीक है, उसके लिए प्रोसीजर भी मैं दूसरी वीडियो में आपको बता दूंगा. Okay, so when you are going to deliver your presentation, you need to be very careful about your spelling and grammar. Means you have to proofread your slides carefully, you have to find out spelling mistakes, you have to look for repeated words, grammatical errors. So I would recommend you that you should ask someone else to check your presentation, have a critical view on it. So this is font analysis, font and transition. If you use small font, your audience will not be able to read. So this is, look here, that how the font is provided. Don't use capital words, don't use complicated font. So this is the appropriate one. ये ज़्यादा बेहतर लगता है बाकियों के मुकाबले. बहुत छोटा नहीं लिखना, बहुत बड़ा नहीं लिखना, कैपिटलाइज करके नहीं लिखना, कॉम्प्लिकेटेड फॉन्ट में नहीं लिखना. As you are going to show something to your reader, your audience, so add colors in it, but don't make it complicated. Don't make it too small. Don't write it too small कि वो उसको पढ़ ही ना सके या उसको बड़े चश्मे लगाने पड़े. And when you are going to write your presentation, so avoid excessive bullet points. As I told you that you have to write 8 words in one line and 8 bullets total. So don't write like this. ठीक है, इतने नहीं लिखने, इतने बुलेट पॉइंट्स नहीं बना देने, ये बुलेट ही बुलेट बने हुए हैं कि एक पेज पे बहुत सारा ढेर लगा दें. नो, डोंट राइट लाइक दिस. So let's see which one of the following is most readable and why. When we are having background and colors, you know that when I deliver my presentation, I try to look for the color, the appropriate color. So you have to look for that. ऐसा ना हो कि जो जहाँ पे जिस सिचुएशन में आप बैठे हो वहाँ पे बंदों को नज़र ही ना आए. So look for these two. हाँ जी. So there are 4 different kinds of backgrounds. बता सकता है कोई विच वन इज द बेस्ट वन?
लास्ट वाला सर।
और सेकंड वन के बारे में?
फर्स्ट वन भी ठीक है सर।
Yes, first one and the last one, they are appropriate. The first one and the last one are not appropriate, because if there is dark background, then you have to write light text. If it is light background, then you have to write dark text. So after that, when you are going to cite, when you are going to talk about anything, then you have to write references. ठीक है, जहाँ पे कोई बात किसी के बारे में कर रहे हैं, then you have to refer, you have to write references, means individuals like this. ठीक है, इस तरह आपने references भी लिखने हैं, citation भी आपने करनी है. All these things can be adopted or adapted, both the things. That when you are going to write your book review, you have to adapt it, but try to acquire these skills. Try to learn the basics of presentation skills, as when you are going to deliver your presentation in front of the class, you have to adopt different techniques. When you are going to deliver your presentation in public, you have to adopt different techniques. When you are going to deliver it online, you have to deliver different techniques. So these are different things that you have to adopt. ठीक है, हर एक के हिसाब से आपने उसको करना है. So there are some more key tips. When you are delivering your presentation, you must be clear about the purpose of your presentation. Are you going to persuade? Are you going to educate? Are you going to inform? What is your purpose? So according to that purpose, please, according to that purpose, prepare your presentation. Your presentation must achieve your purpose. As in my class, you are going to deliver your presentation in order to persuade the audience. So it must persuade. ठीक है? So before the presentation, you must rehearse well, maintain eye contact while presenting your lecture, while talking, while delivering presentation, and be calm and comfortable. Follow the tips and tricks of a presentation tool. Provide appropriate amount of information in allocated time, and answers the questions confidently at the end of presentation. घबराना नहीं है, वहाँ पे डरना नहीं है. ठीक है, हम इसके बारे में वो एक और लेक्चर भी हमने रखा हुआ है, मजीद भी हम इस पे बात करेंगे प्रेजेंटेशन के बारे में. सो देयर विल बी लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स रिलेटेड टू प्रेजेंटेशन, बिकॉज I need you to learn it. I need you to acquire this skill. ठीक है, इसको सीखना है आपने. So for that purpose, we have to do all these things. So in today's lecture, we have just discussed it about basics of presentation, 3 stages of presentation, do's and don'ts. ठीक है. So if you have any question related to this lecture, you can ask me. Now, before talking about presentation and other things, let me tell you some ethics that you have to adopt during your academic life. The first one is the medium, the instructions that has been passed by the teachers. You have to follow those instructions, and those instructions are very, very important in terms of your academic life. For example, if you are given with a deadline, so you are bound to follow that deadline. Try to submit your assignment, your project, anything that is given to you, you try to submit it before time. If you're asked to submit it in handwritten form, then submit it handwritten form. If you're asked it in printed form, submit it in that way, but do it before time. One thing. So meeting deadlines are very, very important. So these are not meant to teach you something else. Basically, these are meant to educate you, meant to bring discipline in your life, that when you'll be doing the things in your practical life, then you won't be able to meet the deadlines. So that's why deadlines are given during academic life. You're penalized on not meeting deadlines. This is the reason behind it. And the next thing is, if you're asked to submit your assignment on Google Classroom, on MS Team, on LMS, whatever is the medium, so deliver it there. Do not ask for any other medium. Do not ask for any other medium, because your assignments are recorded there, saved there, then recorded there, then checked there. So if you will send in any other medium, so the teacher will not be able to record them. And the third thing is that if you are, when you are going to submit your assignment, before submitting it, please look at that, what you are going to submit. Please, if you have recorded your lecture, if you have recorded your presentation, even in that case, please look at that, what you are going to submit. Look at its voice, whether when you were recording your presentation, when you were recording anything, whether your mic was muted or it was working. ठीक है, आप रिकॉर्ड करके भेज दें, बाद में पता चले वो वॉइस ही नहीं काम कर रही. If you're asked to send the screenshot, आप उल्टे सीधे भेज दें. If you're asked to record the lecture, record anything, आप उसको उल्टा पुल्टा करके भेज दें. So try to bring disciplines in your life, and the medium that you have been told, follow that medium. Now what we have to do, as we have already divided you in groups, you have to make your presentation as a group. I'll be sharing with you one sample recorded lecture, and in tomorrow's lecture I'll be suggesting you to watch that video and come with your questions tomorrow if you have any questions regarding the recording of the video. So what you have to do, you have to make your presentation in Microsoft PowerPoint, and then entire group has to record their part. ठीक है, अपनी अपनी स्लाइड्स डिवाइड करें और अपना अपना हिस्सा रिकॉर्ड करें. रिकॉर्ड करने के बाद आप उसको अपने ग्रुप लीडर के साथ शेयर कर दें. ग्रुप लीडर फिर वो सारे का सारे कंप्लीट फोल्डर बना के जिप करके मुझे वो भिजवा देगा. सो रेस्ट ऑल द टूल्स, द टूल्स दैट यू हैव टू अडॉप्ट, वो सारे के सारे वीडियो में मैं आपको बता दूंगा कि व्हाट यू हैव टू डू फॉर द टूल्स, व्हाट यू हैव टू अडॉप्ट एंड व्हाट यू डोंट हैव टू अडॉप्ट. ठीक है, सो सारे के सारे टूल्स जो आपने अडॉप्ट करने हैं वो भी हम देखेंगे. And apart from that, please, before submitting your presentation with your complete folder, please once check it. check किए बगैर नहीं भेजना, because it will be like grading. ये इसी तरह जिस तरह इम्तिहान में आप आंसर शीट जमा करवाते हैं, इसी तरह होगा. ठीक है, बार बार आप इस तरह कहेंगे सर वो गलत आ गया, दूसरा कर दें, बार बार चीज़ें चेंज नहीं की जाती. So before submitting your assignment, before submitting your presentation, before submitting anything, please do check it. ठीक है, before recording your presentation, do rehearse it, do practice it, record your time. So for each member, you have to record 3 to 5 minutes video on your topic. ठीक है, what you have to do, you have to start. You have to open your presentation on your laptop and then record your screen and start talking on your topic. And then after that, once you record it, send the recording to your group leader, and he will send the entire group, the record of entire group. ठीक है, or all that, how you have to follow, what you have to do, what type of tools you have to adopt, all these things will be shared with you within a couple of time. ठीक है, थोड़ी देर में मैं आपके साथ वो शेयर करने लगा हूँ, वो लिंक्स भी शेयर करने लगा हूँ, सारी चीज़ें शेयर करने लगा हूँ, so that you should not face any sort of problem related to your presentation. ठीक है, I have already recorded it, and I'll be sharing the same recording with you. That's all related to presentation skills lecture today. And if there are any questions related to this topic, like presentation skills, then you can ask me. So as now we are going to talk about that presentation, you have to open the file in MS PowerPoint. The first slide will be of Bismillah Rahman Rahim, as I have left it open. And after that, your title slide like this, that you have to write the name of your book. For example, this is Pride and Prejudice. Then you have to write the name of group members like this. बिल्कुल एक फॉर्मेट में यूनिफॉर्मिटी होनी चाहिए. Group members, their names and their registration number. And after that, you can discuss it like this. Like this, for example, and the first one will be related to introduction. So आप करेंगे क्या, बिस्मिल्लाह रहमान रहीम की स्लाइड आई पहली, उसके बाद आपका टॉपिक आ गया. टॉपिक के बाद आपने ये सीक्वेंस लिखा कि व्हाट विल बी योर सीक्वेंस. सो ग्रुप लीडर विल बी इंट्रोड्यूसिंग. This is the task of group leader at this place, that Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Then he'll be talking about, he will be delivering his part of presentation. He will be using attention getter, and he'll be talking about it like this. Aslam Khan, that topic, और उसके बाद group members के नाम जिस तरह मैंने बताया उस तरह आपने करने हैं. Then he will provide the outline of his presentation like this. That's the sequence of presentation. 1 2 3 4 5 6 के आपके पूरी की पूरी प्रेजेंटेशन के अंदर क्या क्या एडेड है, क्या क्या बातें आपने करनी है. सो यू हैव टू टॉक ऑन ऑल दीज टॉपिक्स, एंड व्हेन यू आर डन विद इट, सो यू से दैट नाउ आई एम नाउ द प्रेजेंटेशन इज हैंडेड ओवर टू फलाना. ठीक है, फॉर एग्जांपल द प्रेजेंटेशन हैंडेड ओवर टू असलम खान. सो असलम खान की बारी आई, उसका नाम लिखा हुआ आएगा, वो इंट्रोड्यूस करेगा, आई एम असलम खान, रजिस्ट्रेशन नंबर इतना इतना इतना, and I'm going to deliver my part of presentation, and then he'll start delivering his part. ठीक है, फिर वो अपने टॉपिक पे 5 बातें उसने इस तरह लिखी होंगी, and he'll start talking about it. So every presenter should not take more than 5 minutes. 3 से 5 मिनट का टाइम हर एक ने लेना, इससे ज़्यादा टाइम आपने नहीं लेना. लास्ट पे कंक्लूजन होगा, उसके बाद आप थैंक यू की स्लाइड आप ऐड कर देंगे. ठीक है, rest all the things will be shared with you in a video. So if you have any further question related to this one, you can ask me. हाँ जी, कोई सवाल है इससे रिलेटेड आपके जहन में?
नो सर.
ओके, हाँ जी, किसी ने पूछा, कुछ बात की है?
सर आपने बताया ना कि हम सब अपनी प्रेजेंटेशन बना के वो रिकॉर्ड करें.
जी जी,
जब रिकॉर्ड कर लेंगे सबको हम कंपाइल कैसे करेंगे, मतलब ये किस्म की वीडियो बन जाएगी तो सबकी
Yes.
वीडियो हम कैसे अटैच.
मैं बताता हूँ. Yes, this is very important question. What you have to do, I'll be sharing a link with you regarding video recorder, regarding video format converter. I'll be sharing 2 links with you. In the next video there will be these 2 things available. ठीक है, what you have to do, you have to record your part, then you have to convert that video in via that video format converter in order to reduce its size. ठीक है, उसका जो हुज्जम है उसको कम करने के लिए आपने उसको रिड्यूस करना है. 5 minutes video should will be of 5 to 7 MBs almost, or 10 MBs maximum. Then you have to share your video to your group leader like this. इस तरह आप उसको रीनेम करके भेजेंगे, असलम खान रजिस्ट्रेशन नंबर इतना. ठीक है, ये इस तरह करके आप अपनी वीडियो उसको भिजवा देंगे. ग्रुप लीडर विल कलेक्ट ऑल द वीडियोस एंड वन असलम खान, फॉर एग्जांपल जिस की जो नंबर है ना, वो उसमें आज नाम लिखा हुआ होगा, रजिस्ट्रेशन नंबर के हिसाब से तरतीब वाइज चलेंगे सारे. अच्छा, वो वीडियो रिकॉर्ड करके ग्रुप लीडर उसके अंदर अपनी प्रेजेंटेशन ग्रुप की, अपने ग्रुप का जो मैंने साथ बताया था कि हैंड आउट, ये दूसरी चीज़, और तीसरा ये रिकॉर्डेड वीडियो. ठीक है, ये जो वीडियोज़ हैं सबकी पूरे ग्रुप की, ये सारी की सारी एक फ़ोल्डर में डालेगा, उसको कंप्रेस करेगा, कंप्रेस करके अपनी गूगल ड्राइव में उसको रख देगा. गूगल ड्राइव पे जब वो रखेगा, रखने के बाद आपने उसका गूगल ड्राइव पर लिंक मेरे साथ शेयर करना है, और मुझे उसकी एक्सेस देनी है ताकि मैं उसको डाउनलोड कर सकूँ। मैं उसको डाउनलोड करके आपको बताऊंगा उसको कि दैट आई हैव डाउनलोडेड इट। वो मुझे व्हाट्सएप पे मेरे अपने नंबर से मैसेज करेगा कि सर मैं ग्रुप बनाने का मैं ग्रुप लीडर हूँ और मैंने अपनी प्रेजेंटेशन आपको मैंने लिंक ये मेरे पास लिंक है, व्हाट्सएप पे लिंक आएगा, मैं वहीं जवाब दूंगा जब मैं उसको डाउनलोड कर लूँगा। ठीक है, वंस आई हैव डाउनलोडेड देन आई स्टार्ट ग्रेडिंग इट। ठीक है, मैं उसको फिर चेक करके अपने हिसाब से मैं उसको ग्रेड कर दूंगा। समझ आ गई बात? बाकी चीज़ें जो रेस्ट ऑल द इंफॉर्मेशन इज़ इनकॉर्पोरेटेड इन दैट लेक्चर। आप कोई भी तरीक़ाकार अडॉप्ट कर सकते हैं बट यू हैव टू डू इट। ठीक है, प्रेजेंटेशन आपने घर में तैयार करनी है, आइसोलेशन को ढूंढें, फाइंड आउट द आइसोलेशन, शोर शराबा ना हो, घर में बैठे और बेहतरीन तरीके से उसको प्रिपेयर करें। एनी मोर क्वेश्चन रिलेटेड टू इट?
सर आप सारी ऐप्स के हमें लिंक भेज दीजिएगा ना, फिर हम उनको यूज करके फिर इजीली
Yes,
कर लेंगे।
yes, I'm going to share those links with you right now. CR, you can. Would you mind to share these links with your fellows?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I am sharing with you some links. Uh, share it with your class. I've just shared the links with you. ठीक है, सो आई बी शेयरिंग विद यू अनदर वन। ठीक है, जो
Done,
आज
sir.
आज की जो वीडियो है ना वो भी एक और भी शेयर करूँगा, सो यू कैन आल्सो शेयर दैट वीडियो विद योर क्लास, सो एवरीबॉडी शुड वॉच इट एंड फॉलो दोज इंस्ट्रक्शंस। ठीक है,
Okay, sir.